Welcome to the show, Brian Williams.
Thank you, Michael. Good to be here.
Great to see you, too. How are you?
I'm doing well.
You are going to be a busy man 1 year from Wednesday.
1 year
the
from
opening in
Wednesday.
London.
Yeah,
how many Olympics for you?
This will be number 14.
Have you ever spent 4 months in the jungle, though, with tigers?
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't, but this guy has.
I spent a week once.
Dave Salmoni, welcome to the show, the host of Expedition Impossible. You are, actually, the show is a massive hit in Canada. Congratulations on
Thank you very much.
You don't even have to mention all your business with the Tigers.
I appreciate that.
Great to see Sandy Annunziata back on the show, two-time Grey Cup champion. Man, how much weight have you lost since you played?
Probably a whole Jude St. John.
A whole Jude? So you've lost over 100 pounds, right?
No, not quite.
Alan Cross, great to see you. Music writer and broadcaster. Welcome to the show. First time.
Thank you. I am unemployed and I'm looking for things to do.
Okay, so you know what? You do well on the show. Argue with someone and we'll find you a job.
Excellent.
Yeah,
And he's from Manitoba.
Right, and you are, of course, from Manitoba.
Born in Winnipeg, so we stick together.
Member of the Winnipeg Junior Jets, 1972.
Really?
Yes.
Yep. This is just by the way, this is talk probably won't interest a lot of people.
Probably not.
Let's go to the NFL lockout. It is now over. Players voted today to accept the new CBA. By most accounts, union head DeMaurice Smith did a fine job. Owners get rich, players get rich, everybody wins, except that of the 1,900 players who voted yes, many will suffer irreparable brain damage while playing. Who here worries that money takes precedence over safety in the NFL?
I think if you're going to play a contact sport like the NFL, they're doing what they love. Like, if I get eaten by a tiger, no one can say, oh, Dave took money over his career. These guys are choosing a career that they love, and they're getting injured because you're playing a contact sport.
Well, as probably the only member of the panel that's actually going to maybe suffer the effects of professional football, yeah, you got to worry about those kind of things. You have to wonder about the link between it. But I think some of those funds, some of the money that it has to be dedicated towards a very specific brain policy or some research to see if there is that kind of connection.
I think what puts it into perspective, we did a piece on Matt Dunnigan. Matt's had 13 concussions, had to pull his son out with 3 concussions out of high school football. A very emotional piece, spent the day with his wife, Kathy. She talked about the dark side, how he's still not over it. And I said to Matt at the end, would you do it all over again? He's donating his brain for research to Dr. Tatter. And you know what he said? 100%. I do the same thing all over.
I think you sign up for it. I mean, you know, you can't play a contact sport and not say my body's going to get
but, but also Matt may be the exception. I mean, there are a lot of guys who are now in their 40s who wouldn't do it all over again. I mean, there are guys that are, I mean, Dave Duerson certainly wouldn't do it all over again because he took his own life. I mean, this is a huge issue, Cross.
It absolutely is. And you can put as much research and effort into coming up with the perfect helmet as you want. It is a very, you get 400-pound guys hitting you in the head. Of course you're going to get hurt.
The great hypocrisy of professional sports is you monetize the kill shot. The more effective you are at stopping the ball carrier, the more effective you are of delivering that knockout blow, you're rewarded for it. So it's very oxymoronic to think that
you're
not going to have
it in terms of you get to keep your position on the team, you get the endorsements, you get the fame and fortune.
I think
exactly.
The players are responsible to make those big hits, and the league is responsible to make sure those players don't end up in a wheelchair when they're done.
But how can the league do that, though? I mean,
well, it's like these helmet laws. I think they're great. I mean, I think you do have to get real serious and just say, hey, look, you're a professional athlete. Use your brain. If you're going to use your head, know that I'm going to penalize you for it.
What do we show when we open a football game? What do you see when you watch NFL films? Sandy, you know this. Bang, hit, loud, boom, Sports Center. So it's not just the owners. It's not just the players, the media. Everybody plays into it.
You perpetuate that.
Do the Argos have a right to be mad? Let's go to the CFL from Friday night. Argonauts and the Bombers. The Argonauts middle linebacker laid a hit on Buck Pierce. He got tossed from the game. Meanwhile, and this is the hit here, a Winnipeg linebacker made a hit on Cleo Lemon, and not only did he not get tossed from the game, he didn't get penalized. The Argonauts are irate. Do you think they have a cause for concern?
I think there's a difference. Buck Pierce was going back. He'd released the ball. It was a helmet hit up to the head. Cleo Lemon is running with the ball. He was trying to tackle. He was in no way trying to come at him like this.
I don't think you can sort of referee for intention. You can never say, oh,
that's a great point.
I do this, I do that. Fact is, if the rule is my helmet touches your helmet, I get thrown out of the game, then that's a rule. Like, I can't even say that was that malicious of a hit that the Blue Bombers were.
It was borderline.
But the fact is, helmets touch, so that's the rule, so you're right.
And helmets touch there, too.
Wait,
totally.
Watch
that's
his
what
head.
you can referee for.
Watch his head go down just before it connects with Buck Pierce's chin. His head goes down. He is launching himself like a torpedo at the quarterback after he's released the ball.
And I think that's the real effect right there. And you can't really quantify intent. You don't know what his intent was, but the minute that he lowers his head and he leads with the top of his helmet under Buck Pierce's chin, then you know that it's time to step in and do something. And it was an expulsion.
The other guy, although the quarterback was going down in the second hit, he still led head first.